Welcome back, guys. We got another one here from Men Only. End of an era. Men are learning to let go of entitled modern women. Let's get into it.
So I was kind of seeing this guy, and I really tried hard to look out for all the red flags. He was saying all the right things, but also the actions matched up. That's usually where I go awry. But anyways, he was saying things to me like, this feels so special, this feels so right, like I feel so safe with you, all these things. And then just poof, done, gone, stop talking to me. We work together, so I still see him, and I was like, what's going on? Why have you been kind of avoiding me?
All right. I can see one of two things have happened here. Either you did something to show him you're not relationship material, or someone else better came along. Both men and women can talk themselves out of not having a relationship, especially early on. I'm willing to lean more towards that. She said something that didn't match up with this guy's expectations and he bounced.
This is kind of weird. And of course, he rolls out all the gaslighting of, what are you talking about? I think you had some expectations of me. And I was like, well, I didn't have any expectations of you other than treating me like a human. I would have loved some communication. You just kind of like disappeared. And he's like, no, I'm just doing me, and I just do what feels right, and I just do whatever feels good for me in the moment. And some of that was true, some of it wasn't. I just wanted what I wanted in the moment. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're actually saying these words out loud. Do you hear what you're saying out loud? You can't actually hear what you're saying out loud, because this is insane. Like, do men just not get it? Like, can you imagine? I'm so sick of giving the excuse, oh, they're just a man, they're just this. So they can't have empathy? So they can't.
So what you're saying is you're upset he did to you what many women do to men. I mean, really, that's what it just seems like, that the roles got reversed.
Think of other people. I'm like, okay, so you just told me whatever you thought I wanted to hear to get what you wanted. That's not okay. And then you just decided to do something else. That's called just being incredibly selfish. That's called being a liar. That's called being a manipulator. That's not called being like true to yourself. He's like, oh, I'm just a loner. Like, I just like listen to what I need, what my body needs. I'm like, you're using a lot of fun words and fun catchphrases to describe someone who is incredibly self-centered. So anyways, that's that. We still work together. He still kind of ignores me, and I still have a big fat crush on the person he was in the beginning. Who does?
I get it. She wants what she can't have. And plus, she works with him on top of that. That's not good. Guys, there's a saying that we have is don't shit where you eat. Do not date a coworker. Easy as that. All it takes is one complaint to HR and your life is ruined. I would advise against it. I'm not going to say I've never done it. I've done it once. Don't ever do it. Not that it happened badly to me, but I have seen it being bad for other people. Big hard no, don't do it ever. Anyways, on to the next.
Doesn't exist.
Nobody talks about how rough it is to be too loyal. When I say too loyal,
Okay.
I mean I'm single. And when I am in the talking stage with somebody that I'm taking an interest in, I literally will not talk to another person that flirts with me. This makes dating really hard, because if I like you and I start talking to you, I'm cutting everybody else off. If I'm cutting everybody else off, that means you're the only person I'm entertaining, period.
Okay. If this is true, and this is rare, she is a very rare person. Most of the time, what we have seen is women tend to entertain and talk, to many men at once. So what she is saying, she only talks to one person, entertains one man at a time, then good for her for having those boundaries. That is a very rare trait, and I can respect that.
If you're the only person I'm entertaining and things don't go anywhere with us, it's back to the drawing board. The whole game starts all over again with the next person I start to like. This will cause you to stay single for a long time. It would honestly be a lot easier if I could just talk to multiple people simultaneously and then weed out through the ones that aren't serious until I lock somebody down. But my heart just don't work like that. I'm polyamorous, not polyamorous. I'm just looking for my boo thing,
It does suck that if it doesn't work out with the person you're talking to, then it's back to the drawing board. I get it. But again, good for you for having those boundaries and entertaining only one person at a time. Assuming this is all true, I have nothing negative to say about her. She's a rare one. Anyways, on to the next.
The biggest flex for men in male culture is how quickly they can get a woman into bed with putting the least amount of effort into her. The biggest flex for women in female culture is how loyal they can and how in love they can get a guy to be to them.
I would have to disagree because of promiscuity being so high nowadays. How fast and little effort you have to put in to get laid as a man literally holds no value whatsoever because it's one of the easiest things to do.
Okay, well, I can agree and disagree. What she says on the female side of a female getting the man to fall in love with her, because by doing that, then she can gain certain things to his resources. So I can agree with that. But as what he's saying, it's easy for any guy to get any action. I can't. Big thing is you cannot negotiate attraction. If she's attracted to you and you're someone with like a good physique or really attractive personality, then yeah, it's real easy for you to get laid. But if you're someone who doesn't take care of themselves, or I'm sorry to say unattractive, you're going to find it really, really difficult to get any action. To me, it's easy as that. But let's see what else he's got to say.
However, I probably would say and put money on it, most men today will tell you that the biggest flex a man can have is a woman who actually wants to be committed and is loyal to you. That would be the biggest flex for a man.
Yeah, I can agree.
It's 2024. I mean, look at my video, one of my recent videos that's got the most views going viral right now, and it's just filled with men in the comments talking about just how much they got cheated on, how often they're being cheated on. Getting laid is literally one of the easiest things to do in today's society because no one cares. They're just throwing it out there left and right. Every dude I know can get laid. Even the bums, even the ones that are considered unattractive, fat, skinny, tall, short, they're all getting laid. Finding a woman to be loyal and committed, that is the hardest thing that men are having a problem with finding. And this isn't to go back and forth between men and women. It's not. I'm agreeing with her on the woman part. I'm just saying she's wrong on the male part. You have a good day.
I can't be the only girl that just has no interest for men anymore. And I don't mean that like in a sense where I am gay, because I'm not, or where I am hating on men because I actually love them. It's just that they don't excite me. They legit don't excite me. I am very uninterested. I am not impressed. And it's not that they're horrible. It's just that I don't care anymore. I just don't. And I don't know what it is, because I used to. But
I'm sorry, honey, but the common denominator here is you. It's time to take accountability for your actions. You made your bed, now it's time to lie in it.
If I could say what is the number one demand these days from good women who are looking for a healthy, long-term partner, it is a man with exceptional emotional intelligence. They just will not do relationships anymore with men that don't have it.
You know, once upon a time, this was the case, but this seems to be more rare versus the norm. What we see is the 304s on social media telling us what they want, and it's not someone with emotional intelligence. They're looking for the Chad Thunderstick who will treat them poorly and not commit to them in a relationship. This is a case of mean what you say and say what you mean.
What is the male equivalent to an ick? You know how women have like so many icks?
See, men don't get the ick. What they get is something a little bit different, but it's kind of the same thing. See, when it comes to women, what they're describing as the ick is 99% of the time a moment that a man, looks feminine to them, or, the perception of their masculine energy, is broken for them. And we get the same thing as men, but it is not when a girl does something masculine. It's when a girl does something that makes you realize she is not your wife.
Yeah, I mean, if you let most women talk long enough, they're going to tell on themselves. Let them talk themselves right out of a relationship.
I have the perfect example of this because this one happened to my friend. My friend was once talking to a girl for like 2 months or something like that. He really thought this girl was the one. He was probably only a few weeks away from asking her to be his girlfriend. And he was not expecting much from her. He knew that she was not working. She talked about all the time that she was broke, or at least did not have money, because he was always paying for things. And, you know, he didn't expect much. The day of his birthday party actually comes, and we're there, and he's getting all of these, you know, pretty generic gifts from us. Like, I didn't put that much work into it. You know, literally, I got him like a gift card somewhere. Everybody else gave pretty generic gifts. Even his mom got him like, you know, some like nice gym clothes or something like that. But then his girlfriend comes to give the gift. And hers is in a huge box, and there's an envelope. And you'd be surprised what was in the envelope was actually even better than the box. This man opens it up. It is a brand new PS5. He's got NCAA already downloaded into the game. This man is freaking out. He comes over to me. He's like, dude, I'm gonna marry this girl. I have to ask her to be my girlfriend right after this. Then he opens up the envelope. This envelope is a two-way ticket for them to go on a trip in Cancun, Mexico. This dude is like, this is insane. It's his 24th birthday. It's not even like this is like, you know, a notable birthday. It's like one of the most random birthdays.
Okay, these are actually really, really cool gifts. So, what's the caveat here?
So like I said, this dude is literally head over heels at this point. He thinks he's going to marry this girl. He actually feels like an idiot that he hasn't even asked her to be his girlfriend yet. But then it dawns on him. He's like, how did she afford this? She literally hasn't even been able to afford any meals or anything for the last week. So he just blatantly asked her like the next day, like, can I ask, like, I'm very thankful, but how did you pay for this? And this girl says with a straight face, thinking he's going to be excited about this, you know those guys in my DMs that are always messaging me? Yeah, one of them basically said that if I send them feet pics once a week for the next, month, that he would give me $2,000. And she said she started doing that about 5 weeks ago, and now she's got more than 4 different guys that she's doing it for, but it was all for him. Now, this might be a very extreme example.
Jesus, see? There you go. Today it's feet pics, tomorrow it's nudes, and then an OF account. Can't make this shit up.
Example of what I am talking about, but oh my God, did he have a big crash from going, oh, she's going to be my wife, to please get the hell away from me, because he didn't want any of the items anymore. This man really was so upset. He didn't keep the PS5 or NCAA. So like I said, this is a very extreme example, but the reality is men don't get the ick like girls do. Men get the, oh my God, she's not my wife, which once a man discovers that, there's pretty much no recovering. So, hey, what do you think?
Wow. Didn't expect it to take that kind of a turn, but maybe I did. I don't know. But yeah, you can give most women enough time, they'll talk themselves right out of a relationship and show why they're not relationship material. But man, selling feet pics. She may think it's all innocent and harmless, but it's not. It's very harmless. Bad to your relationship. Look at that. She lost it. Oh well. Anyways, guys, this is the end of the video here. Gonna call it. But if you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe with all your friends, all that fun stuff. It really means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. Until next time, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.